didn't say it was ready.
Oh, whatever. Welcome back. Better Knows Best. Got the whole crew today. Finally got everybody. Matt. Oh, shit, Pat, you're there.
This is a thumbs up. I don't know if the camera can tell.
Yeah, I can see
Did you put the
it.
camera off?
Mikey, and then myself.
My mom taught me better.
I like how you have to look around
Yeah,
and
this-
then look up at the camera still.
Well, this is new. Usually it's just across. I usually don't have everybody here. So this is something new. I'm happy to have everybody here. But Mount Rushmore this week is greatest Super Bowl moments. And who lost the coin toss to go first?
In honor of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe it was Mr. Patrick Ricker.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, here.
See who played Yahtzee.
Throw it up for you. All right, let's go.
All right. So my Mount Rushmore of Super Bowl moments. Tried to pick, some that would be different than everyone else's, but are equally awesome moments. My first one was in Super Bowl 35 when the Ravens had their one of their outstanding defenses back in 2001. The Giants couldn't do squat against them. They only scored once in the game, which came off of my fourth Mount Rushmore moment when Ron Dixon returned a 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, followed immediately by a Jermaine Lewis 84-yard touchdown return from a kickoff. I just thought it was so cool. I don't think anyone's, I can't remember the last time 2 touchdowns were returned off of kickoffs ever, let alone even in a Super Bowl. But yeah, I thought it was pretty awesome. That was one of the first Super Bowls I ever remember watching. Maybe the one before, which also has some of my Mount Rushmore moments on it. But yeah, and it turned out to be the only score that the Giants had in that whole Super Bowl. They couldn't deal with that Ravens defense.
Was Kerry Collins still on the sauce?
Probably was drunk as
He was
fuck.
on something.
If he wasn't drunk then, he was definitely drunk after.
I would have gotten drunk after that Super Bowl if I was the quarterback. It was
Drunk
dreadful.
at halftime.
My number 3 Mount Rushmore moment was in Super Bowl 48. It was the very first play when the center snapped the ball about 5 meters over Peyton Manning's head. Peyton wasn't even ready for the snap, and I think it's such a great moment because it totally encapsulates the absolute disaster that was the rest of that Super Bowl. The Seahawks ended up annihilating the Broncos 43-8, and I think it's one of the most explicit testaments to how offense wins games, defense wins championships. It was the number 1 offense versus the number 1 defense, and the Broncos had no idea how to deal with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And that one play, I was I couldn't, obviously when all of us saw it, we couldn't believe it happened, and then it set the tone. It's it all just somehow got even worse from there. That was pretty bad, I think. What?
If ever there was a moment where you knew you were going to have a shitty day,
Oh,
that was it.
yeah, dude, I would have had a lump in my throat for the rest of the game. I couldn't believe, of Peyton Manning of all people just couldn't get it together. Couldn't make the correct adjustments.
Well, there was a late injury report to that game. That was a guard they had starting at center, and he was like, "I wonder what the shotgun thing's about."
And just with all his might, as if he was a long snapper, whoosh. Oh God!
Shotgun
Hashtag send it.
too seriously. It was
That
like
was
a
bad.
spray mark.
I was like, oh God, this.
The guy just goes
I
off
did
the
not
parking lot,
anticipate it
tires
to
flash.
get worse and stay that bad, but it did. It was just, by the middle of the third quarter or something, I was like, well, this has been fun. Number 2 Mount Rushmore moment.
I thought that was.
I'm sure No, that was my third of. Number 3. Fine. This is my third, but it's my number 2.
We're jumping around on the list here.
Speaking of hitting the sauce.
It
That
was
was
from
the Thomas Jefferson, man.
whoever the guys are. Yeah. My third one is a 1-yard short play, which I'm sure while we were all thinking of this, we all had. When Mike Jones tackled Kevin Dyson at the 1-yard line. That's why it's 1 yard short, because he tackled him at the 1-yard line. Does that make sense? Everyone got that?
Oh, yeah.
Good. That was the first Super Bowl I ever remember watching. And I just thought, it's my team is the Redskins, and they haven't been in the Super Bowl for 500 years. So when my team isn't in the Super Bowl, you just really hope for a good game, like the one coming up on Sunday. I really just hope for a good, exciting, close game with some good plays, and hopefully a moment like the ones we're describing. And so I think if any game is supposed to end a certain way, it's got to be like that. 1 yard short, no time left on the clock. It comes down to the last play. It would have been, win or lose. So I think that was pretty epic. I mean, we all knew right when it happened, this is going to go down forever. The image of him with his knee down, then reaching, the ball was in the end zone, but it was too late.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So I think that.
I mean, do you feel for them at all? Because I think they haven't been close. Been close since, right? They haven't even been close. Yeah, since the Super Bowl.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean they had the playoffs this year.
For Steve
Yeah.
McNair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and wasn't that when Jeff Fisher was still affiliated
That was
with them? Well, maybe
music,
that's
that was the
reason.
Music City Miracle was the game before that.
They
Right.
hadn't made
To get
the
him there.
playoffs.
Yeah,
Like since.
that was. So that's a nice segue. So a very famous play leading into a Super Bowl moment segues us into my fourth and final Mount Rushmore moment. So Super Bowl 36, Patriots versus Rams. Greatest show on turf, right? The game before was the infamous tuck rule game
You say
in
the
which
goddamn tuck rule.
had allowed. Well, I don't know if you heard me, so I'll say it was the infamous tuck rule game. Mikey, tuck, 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 tuck.
Is it?
tuck rule
I'm
game.
actually glad we have this on camera. I like Pat talks with his hands a lot.
Oh yeah, I do.
Just saying.
I do all this. I'm like, air traffic control. You guys see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm weird. So
No objection.
so it was like the Patriots didn't, they weren't really expected to have the greatest chances that year, especially against, like I said, like this greatest show on turf offense. But what I'm going to pick as my moment, since we're doing Super Bowls, it wouldn't have been the tuck rule in the championship
Super
game.
Bowl 45.
Was when they came out. So the Rams had come out first, right? And they were all being introduced individually. Like Kurt Warner, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Marshall. So they were all being introduced individually. And remember, this was the first Super Bowl that I remember watching. I think I was like 10 years old. And so then the Patriots came out, and the announcer said, and choosing to be introduced as a team, the New England Patriots. And I remember asking my dad, I was like, well, why did they come out a different way? Or whatever. He's like, well, that's a football team. These other guys that want to come out all individually, they're superstars, but the Patriots, they were like the underdogs. When's the last time we heard they were the underdogs? They came out as a team. And ever since then, I was like, how cool is that? They chose to come out as a team, united. I think, was this a Super Bowl like after September 11th? So it was after the 2001 season. I don't know if it had anything to do with that, but I just always thought that was a really cool moment.
I think that was the one that Bono did this halftime show, and he opened up his jacket
And he had the American flag, right? Yeah, they
so.
performed.
Yeah,
I don't know. I thought that was really cool. So that that they came out, as a team for the Super Bowl, which is basically how it's been ever since. It just seemed kind of lame, like, oh my God, like, so 8 different guys come out for the Rams and the fans have to cheer 8 different times. It was ridiculous. So when these guys came out as a team, I was like, that's probably gonna be the winner. So those are my 4 moments. I think those are really cool Super Bowl moments. I think at least we can all agree that the 1 yard short would have been on all 4 of ours, if not for the sake of variety, everyone choosing something different. So, those are my moments. Tuck rule.
Boo.
I think Mikey, I think you're up. Matt called dibs on
It
third.
doesn't matter. I'll go either way. I can go now if you want me to.
Go now. I got a
So,
longer list.
well, first one is not necessarily a moment as much as it is its entire half, because I'm still trying to figure out how the Falcons could not score practically a single point the entire second half of the Super Bowl last year.
It's a big moment.
Somebody please explain that to me. I show up to the party late, and I literally walk in to the Falcons up, what was it, 28-3, I think it was, something like that?
25-point lead, 28-3.
Yeah, 28-3, and legitimately...
Weren't you there, like...
And it was halfway through the third quarter,
I
right?
literally
It wasn't
showed up
even-
halfway through because we got the time wrong, but I showed up at right before halftime,
Right.
and then legitimately... I don't know what the hell happened. It's like Brady went into the locker room and just told everybody, hey, guys, we're going to go ahead and start playing now. No. We're done fucking with them. Let's go ahead and actually start playing football.
I'm telling you, someone... I'm not going to say...
No.
Somebody was paid to take a dive. Okay? How are you the number 1 rushing team in the NFL? You're gashing them for 8 yards a carry, and you don't call a run play like the rest of the game.
No, just keep throwing it. Keep throwing it.
Yep, sling. Just go out there and sling it, Matty. Okay.
And then not to mention, literally, Brady's picking off the entire defense like they're Swiss cheese the whole rest of the game.
Spygate, hello.
It was ridiculous.
I think that, it sounds like y'all are haters, so I might as well play a devil's advocate and at least say that in the same vein as like Joe Gibbs, I think Bill Belichick has actually surpassed Joe Gibbs' legacy to be the best adjustment coach in NFL history. It's like no matter what, it's like if not after the Falcons game, you don't believe it, after this AFC Championship game with Jacksonville, they are never out of it until it's 0-0-0.
Oh, yeah.
I just refuse. Yep. Now I'm not even worried what the lead is.
Yeah.
And you and me were talking about
I don't even care. They're never out of it. They're never out of it.
They are constantly adjusting to everything going on around them.
That's a good one.
Whether they're cheating or not, I mean, you're not trying if you're not cheating, right?
The Illuminati.
Damian Tomlinson said so. That's a good one, Matt. Yeah, that's a good one, Matt.
The other one, the next one I'm going to go to is the Malcolm Butler interception in Super Bowl 49. Because, again, things that make no absolute sense to me. You have Marshawn Lynch, arguably one of the best running backs in the entire game, on your team. And on the 1-yard line, you decide to throw the ball. Why? Who makes that decision?
Pete Carroll.
I mean, I bet you.
And then he doubled down though and said, "I'd still call it again."
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that was he should have admitted. I cannot believe the double down.
The 1-yard line, literally one of the best running backs in the game, and you literally throw it.
Yeah.
How? Well, like, were you drunk on the sideline? Were you snorting some cocaine with the Miami coach? Like, what's going on?
Too much bubble gum.
No, they did a little bit after that, not right after that, but like a few days after, where they were interviewing Malcolm Butler, and he said that they had practiced that play twice in practice, and he had seen whoever the receiver was.
Yeah,
he had seen at the last second or something, he severely angled his feet inwards like he was going for the slant, and Butler said, "Oh, yeah." He knew exactly what was coming, and that's why the receiver, I just keep saying, Curse, he didn't even touch the ball. Malcolm Butler had the best jump on him, so it's like, dude, that's football you just can't beat. Shame on them. You're right. Shame on them for not running the ball, but oh, my God.
I'd call that play again. Marshawn looks across the room. Oh, you would?
Yeah.
I seriously bet Marshawn was sitting on the bench the whole time going, you got no faith in me? All right, that's cool.
That's the exact look he had.
And he was like, "The fuck?"
Right.
That's like when Ovi got taken off the power play and late in the game we were down by a goal. He's looking at Boudreaux going, "What did your fat ass just say to me?"
No. I play.
I mean, in fairness though, we did score the goal and tie the game up. So I mean, it's hard to argue with results on that one. But that literally
back at him.
But they literally lost that Super Bowl because of that decision.
Yeah.
The next one I was going to go with is the Tracy Porter interception in Super Bowl 44.
Matt, talk into your mic. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, we just stopping
We're
out.
calling names.
No. Okay, got it. No, Manning.
Matt, I got something you can tuck away.
But no, Manning just long balls it all the way down. It was 24-17 at the time, right? It was 24-17 Saints. There's no better way to end that game than a pick six for 74 yards.
Yeah, at that point it was futile because there was no time left, even for Peyton Manning. There was no time.
I mean, I think it was like 3 minutes left in the game, but how demoralizing is that to throw a bomb like that and then
threw a touchdown?
Oh God! But still, that's just horribly demoralizing right there. And then the last one I had was the David Tyree helmet catch, because that whole play is just miraculous. That pocket crumbled. Eli should have been tackled. He long balls it. He catches it against his helmet. And literally, they score on that drive and go up and win the Super Bowl because of that.
I mean, what do you throw that against? Rodney Harrison and, like, who else? Someone else?
No, Rodney was gone by then. I think it was, like, Patrick Chung. And
that's the one I was thinking of.
It was Rodney. Rodney Harrison made the tackle.
Talking about the DBs?
Yeah. That's who Tyree caught on him, was Rodney Harrison.
Right.
Well, see, that's where they went wrong. Rodney was old.
But I mean, that's maintaining your composure under pressure right there to be able to hold
that
ball.
Yeah, should have gone down twice.
Composure. This man just.
That's literally
that was the definition of a wing and a prayer.
That's literally one of
the ability to extend the play. I think is what deserves the most praise.
Everybody looks at that. Everybody looks at that. Sorry, everybody looks at that. And easily is thinking Eli sacked. Eli's going down. And then he stumbles out of the back of it, like Matt was saying, and then throws literally one of the biggest prayers. Yeah. I mean, the only person I think that throws more prayers right now is Aaron Rodgers.
I mean,
somehow they catch them.
Not Jordy. Jordy didn't catch him.
But just watch now.
No, he needs
the pocket to the left, run back to the pocket, back out of it, and then just throw a Hail Mary. And have him catch it on his helmet. Like, you can't write that up.
So is it worse though that you never heard of Tyree again after that season?
Because you retired.
No, he just couldn't. He didn't make the team either. They cut him. And then he retired.
You never signed. Never got a job, and so you retired come start of the season.
Yeah.
I think because of what that play has become, he's got an enviable legacy.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, dude, you're the guy that made that's arguably. I think could we call that the most famous catch in? Well, anyways, we're getting to more moments. I don't want to rant, but that's one of maybe two.
Because it ruined the perfect season too. The 18-0
Yeah. That's a good one.
When we post this somewhere, can we get a thumbnail of the sad Patriot?
Or the tuck rule?
The tuck rule.
But either way,
you're just going to try to trigger Mikey this whole podcast, aren't you, with this tuck rule?
Yeah.
Well, you tried to say the drive earlier before we started.
I was one game off.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a mulligan.
All right, Mikey.
Not Marty. Marty Schottenheimer got a mulligan.
We're doing this now?
Marty's out.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right, Mikey.
That's me. Okay. What do I got left? Well, we're going from one almost perfect season to an actual perfect season. Is the Dolphins over the Redskins in Super Bowl VII?
Why?
I'm only picking winners here, and I like bloopers. Everyone likes bloopers.
I almost went with this one, and I think I know where you're going.
Your Premi,
yeah,
kicker?
yeah.
The only blotch on their season was a blocked or was a fucked up field goal, and the kicker tried to throw it, and he had those little Trump hands, and he couldn't grip the ball, and he just.
So what you're saying is they were not huge.
Yeah.
It was not huge.
He said
the play was huge. It was the only points the Redskins got.
Yeah.
Okay. He fumbled the ball, bopped it back into the air, and then a Redskins took it back to the end zone, and it would be the only points we scored, and we would lose that game.
He's probably having the ultimate freak out.
Yeah. Oh, he came back to the sidelines. It's like, wow, that was literally a worst case scenario.
Everything that went wrong did go wrong.
Not just for today, on mark on my career. Never go. This is all anyone's ever going to know me for. I would rather be Nick Folk or Blair Walsh with 4 kicks in a game, including a 30-yarder.
Do you think they were looking at him in the locker room just with a sideways glance, even though they won, you son of a bitch?
We were only up 7-0, right? So that's my number one, and little fun ones like that. Let's see what else we got here on the list. And,
go through the database.
Yeah, going through the day. Okay, I'm saving that one for last.
Oh my God! You don't have these already in order?
No, I had 26 of them.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
What do we keep you around for?
This moment.
Yeah.
This exact
right
moment.
Super Bowl 28.
Hit you in the head with one of these things.
Super Bowl 28 was the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl against Buffalo Bills. Now,
you mean the Bills have never won a Super Bowl?
That was their fourth. That was their fourth loss. I lied. I didn't.
Yeah, but wait a minute. They went to 4 straight. They didn't win any of those.
I thought it was 5 straight.
No, they went to 4 straight and they lost all of them to the NFC East.
Yeah, good God.
They lost to every team in the NFC East except the Eagles.
That's okay.
Was it Dallas twice?
Skins once.
Giants.
No.
Yeah, Giants once.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the Giants quarterback.
Sorry, Kevin. They still never won one.
But that was 4 in a row, and you could just see when the Buffalo players were leaving the side because they didn't just lose; they got manhandled, they got straight dookied on. It was just you knew, they were broken, the resilience that they'd shown after 3 to just keep making it back to the playoffs and everything, and just you knew that team was done. And going into the offseason with, I'm pretty sure it was the new era of free agency and everything in the 90s, is that team was breaking apart, and you couldn't keep all the pieces, and you just.
What are you doing?
Someone said Dookie, so now Pat's laughing.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry, but that's literally why I'm laughing.
I was like,
nobody said whispering eye.
I was like, what are you giggling about over there?
All right, just keep going.
Whispering eye, Jesus.
You all right over there, Pat?
Does anybody have any water? All right, Mikey, continue.
What did you do before this?
We'll just cut his mic off.
Yeah. You mean we turned it on? Anyways, all the Hall of Famers on that team: Marv Levy, Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas. Thurman Thomas could have been on this list a couple times. Andre Reed, Harry Carson. List goes on, and they just
couldn't do it.
It wasn't even like they came up just short like they did against the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Getting dookied on.
getting dookied on. He'll laugh at this tomorrow. He'll be on a ladder, just stop.
I'm kind of hoping. Please hope this doesn't happen. But he just gets electrocuted, and then as he's
Jesus, man.
falling down, he just got dookied on.
No matter how much pain I'm in.
Does anybody smell anything? I smell dookie.
Oh, God.
Am I on fire?
That's 2. All right, I'm going with Super Bowl 43. I'm looking at Dan to see what his reaction is. James Harrison returning the interception.
A Super Bowl record.
Look at my reaction.
I don't know if that would be on your list or not.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, James Harrison at the tender age of, I think, 36.
That's a ripe old football age right there. Right in his
weighing
prime.
like 280 pounds, running it from end zone to end zone.
He'd be a hard man to tackle. He looks
Yeah.
like just a straight
But it was at
block
the
of.
end of the half.
He's probably
If they-
gassed.
If they had caught him anywhere after like the first 10 yards of that run and just tripped him up or slowed him down, got him out of bounds or something, the
Yeah.
half would have been over. And remember, the Steelers only won that game by 1 possession. By an alleged.
Do we want to talk about that possession, Mike?
Alleged.
Well, no,
Can I
not
see both my
necessarily
fingers?
alleged.
Air quotes, alleged. I have still not seen one picture of Santonio Holmes with 2 feet down.
I think even if you did see it, you would still be in denial.
And I see 1 foot down
And
one
with the other
on
foot
the, on the
on
other
the
foot's
ground.
No, it's on the other foot.
Yeah, but it's on the ground.
Oh, because
down.
by linking association, that foot is on the other foot. Therefore, it is on the
Why'd they
ground.
call it a touchdown?
Because.
Well, okay,
The
that's good
Illuminati.
reason. Good reason.
I'm sorry. I'm watching the replay, and I'm just. Oh God.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
so
it
many
was a-
times
it
he
was
should
a
have gone
long
down.
play,
There's
too.
so many times he should have
Oh
gone down.
yeah.
Harrison's not a
Eventually, he
fast
got
guy.
tackled
Oh, my-
into the end
yeah.
zone, so he didn't even like avoid getting tackled
Yeah,
until
at
he
the end, it was
actually
just
scored.
even like
Yeah.
the mob of blockers he had
yeah.
was just like, ugh, let's give the gas.
That was
I,
epic.
I would not have gotten up after that. I would have just laid on the ground, going, "Coach, pull me over."
That's the kind of thing where I wonder if it was as loud as like the Beastquake play of him
diesel was out
running
of gas.
Oh
that
yeah.
interception back. But yeah, okay, good. You got one more?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Okay. A couple points I've been saying in the last 2 podcasts that were I'm thinking there's some inside jobs being done here in the NFL.
Got to
Are you saying the
be
Patriots are
kidding
part of the Illuminati?
Yeah,
Mike is
at
gonna-
least Robert Kraft is.
One of
Mike
these
is going to
teams-
start a new YouTube
one of the
channel
teams you're about
just
to
for his
talk
sports
about, New England.
conspiracies.
One of the teams you're about to talk about, New England.
No,
Oh wow, good. Finally.
this is an inside job. The Patriots versus the 49ers.
Are you serious?
Or not the Patriots. I'm sorry. The Ravens
Ravens
versus the 49ers.
Oh yes.
Super Bowl 47. They're killing them at the half. I don't know what the score is off the top of my head. What it is, it doesn't matter. Coming out of half, they're going, nope, shut this shit down like Drake at the mall. All right. Okay, we get Goodell, go to the locker rooms. We got to talk to these people. You have to let the 49ers come back, okay? Half of America's already stopped tuning in.
Yeah, that's bad.
The ratings are in the
You
toilet.
gotta let them score, okay? You guys, I mean, even if they come back, you guys have you have
Excuse me. No. What do we say before his name when we refer to him?
Super Bowl 47 MVP Joe Flacco.
MVP Joe
God, the fact that
Flacco.
he's won
Oh,
the Super Bowl.
that handlebar mustache and that
just so
unibrow,
bad. He
that's a
just-
Super Bowl MVP. That's a sports
I don't even
book.
care if Ravens fans hate me.
Maybe
but good God, I
Beyonce
can't
tripped
believe
over the
he's won a
power
Super Bowl.
cord.
Maybe
She tripped over it.
Beyonce is the epitome
Uh-huh.
of grace, okay? She doesn't trip on
Oh,
things.
excuse me. Maybe Kelly Rowland tripped over the power cord.
Oh, that stupid bitch.
Okay.
I'm saying, though...
So how does turning off the lights explain how that?
Then
What does
Deal-
that do?
Deals were being made, and they couldn't
Well,
do it in
yeah,
the
I
light
mean,
of day.
you
What
know,
Okay?
does that do?
I mean,
I'm
you-
not saying it doesn't. I'd like to
saying-
dive a little bit deeper
Also
into
slows-
why it affected
stops
anything.
the game and gives people time to
I'm
rest.
thinking a
That's why.
barrel of money came into like the fucking Ravens locker room, like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like one of those drums that you bring oil in, and it's like just reach in, guys. Oh,
Jesus.
that happened.
I don't know whose mic's cut out, but there we go.
That was nobody's mic, technically.
What is this?
It was a loud noise.
That's where
That-
Dan
don't-
hides
No, don't worry about it. Don't
I
worry
mean,
about it. That's
oh my
somebody
God.
else's headset they didn't want to plug in, apparently.
Anyways.
Somebody got overexcited and didn't want to
Lights
just
going
yank
off.
the
That is pretty.
This is a
infamous.
conspiracy
Yeah.
right here, okay? He's trying to show
There's a
people
sack
up.
of money for every touchdown you let them have is another sack of money.
I don't know. I agree with Matt though. The lights going out was it was like easily like a 20-minute stop.
Oh,
if the
yeah.
lights come back on.
Yeah.
So players get cold. The momentum slows down. I mean, even though both teams aren't running the ball or playing at all, you're like giving the whole 49ers team time to recover.
It was like 15, 20 minutes before they even the players came back out of the locker room.
Yeah.
For
just throws off everything.
And it's
unless you're staying warm in the locker room, your muscles start freezing up and getting cold. You got to keep them warm, running around, sprints, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a little fishy to me. I'm not buying what they're selling. And you know what? I'm so disappointed in myself for turning that game back on when Pizer was just like, dude, the 49ers are coming back. I was like, no, I'm not watching the WWE anymore. I'm not watching the Super Bowl. John Cena's not coming out.
Well, you're not going to see him come out. I mean, this is
Exactly.
You can't see him at all.
Just out there.
Technically.
It was 21-6 at that.
Oof.
What was the end of that game again?
It was
The Super Bowl was it was a lot of controversy.
31-34.
Like I said, unfortunately, Flacco has a Super Bowl ring, and that bothers me. But life
No,
goes
it's okay.
on.
I'm cool with that. He got $100 million after that. The Ravens are broken now.
Mikey, was the Saints comeback against the Redskins, was that fixed?
No, we're just awful. If you ever watched the Redskins game, you don't have to fix something here.
We fix ourselves.
Okay.
And not in a good way.
It's like they say we need to fix the defense. There has to be a defense there to fix. You have to be good before you get better.
You can't put screws in where there's no wood.
Yeah. What if there's metal?
Then you use tappets. Come on, you've been working with me long enough. Okay.
I think that's the problem.
No, sweet Christmas. All right, was that it, Mikey?
Yeah, Dan. All right.
Let's hear Dan's for.
All right, so my first one, definitely going on the negative side on this one, though, was Cam Newton's, I'm not getting hurt when Von Miller stripped him.
Hey, look, a ball. Ooh, no.
Yeah, I mean, that was
I'll be back.
I mean, it wasn't fourth down. It was third down, wasn't it? And it was technically, if you would have gotten the ball, you still had one more chance to make a play. And he was like, I'm going to go dive on this ball. No, I'm not.
My face can't get wrecked. I do yoga
This is
commercials.
defense coming at him. Not today, Satan.
I do yoga commercials.
Not anymore. But
Yeah.
anyways.
But, yeah.
The little kid in the commercial is gonna warming up his arms.
It'll become your mom's favorite player.
But I mean, I think that was just the epitome of that game, though. It was just how much I think he was self-preservation over how much this championship means to me.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think it meant enough of it to him. Didn't mean enough to him, to me, what it looked like. Because I'm diving on the ball regardless.
Cam Newton is a saint. Okay, did you see that national championship he got at Auburn? War Eagle.
Wow, really? We're going to talk about that, and there's no corruption behind him, but the Patriots are the root of all
evil? It was an ongoing investigation.
Oh, Jesus. His father, approaches LeVar Ball levels of idiocy.
So, Pat, what I'm understanding here is you don't believe that Roger Goodell is Satan, okay, handing out contracts and deals to people that he shouldn't be?
I think Roger Goodell is pretty evil, yeah.
Okay. All right, Dan.
But I think he hates the Patriots.
All right. Well, I don't know. There was a video I saw about it. Apparently, they're actually really close, those two.
Yeah, publicly, he hates the Patriots.
Yeah.
Tom,
Kraft,
I gotta
penises are like this. Son.
Tom, I gotta pretend to come down hard on you. Okay?
He's saying,
You're still gonna win, though.
Mikey's saying they play tummy sticks a lot. Is what he's saying. But I'm gonna go with one of those Bills Super Bowls that they lost. I'm gonna go with the Giants. I'm going wide right.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah.
In the worst way.
I mean, the Bills had the ball in the 10 with 2 minutes.
You okay there?
Yeah, somebody's phone just.
How long was that field goal? Do you know how far it was?
That's inside the Giants' 30. It's a 47-yard kick he missed.
Because I've always said that I think 45 and closer, an NFL kicker should be almost automatic.
Yeah, but that was the 80s.
So
I
47.
mean, wasn't he the last of the straight on kickers too?
Oh, now they kick.
No,
yeah.
I think he was a soccer style.
Oh, he was soccer style, you think? But I mean, that was the I think wasn't that the closest the Bills have gotten to winning a Super Bowl? I mean,
Yes.
out of the ones that were there, that was clearly the closest. They lost 20-19,
right.
and Kevin still, my former neighbor Kevin. Sorry, but you're going to relive this all over again. He's
Any chance you have to run a Bills fan and the fact that they went 4 times straight and didn't get it?
suck
Same
it.
division.
Yeah.
That's what's wild to me. It's the same division.
What, can we see anybody besides the NFC East?
No.
That's how they became the beast of the East.
Just like the Capitals always have to see the Rangers and the Penguins, okay? They always have to play against the NFC East.
I'm sure any team they see in the second round of the playoffs is like, oh, hell yeah.
We got the Capitals? We good. Start planning for the third round now.
We're gonna the Lightning. No one ever talks about that.
We got swept by the Lightning.
Does the NFC East have the most Super Bowls? I think we have 9, right? Cowboys have 5, Redskins have 3, Giants have 3 or 2.
Giants might have 4 now.
Yeah, but I think they have 3 or 4.
I think Sims has one. I think Hostetler has one.
Hostetler, Jeff Hostetler.
How many do the Eagles have?
So we have at least 11.
Ooh.
So we have at least 11.
Somebody's going to be mad at you later.
No, I'm still pulling for a team because I'm tired of the Patriots.
You're pulling for them?
I actually am pulling for the Eagles.
All right, you know what? Time out on you for 30 seconds. Mute your mic.
We'll get back to that.
How dare
the NFC East has the most
How
Super Bowls.
dare you, sir? How dare you in this house say you're pulling for
12 Super Bowl victories.
I'm tired of the Eagles winning. I'm tired of the Patriots winning, and I also want my girlfriend to be happy.
Rick,
have the Eagles
You
win.
want your dick touches,
No
don't
one's
you?
allowed
Want
to be
to
happy all the time.
Either way.
I mean,
It's not like a football game is dependent on that happening.
I mean, she could, you know,
I got
put the
something that'll
kibosh
cheer
on it
you
for like a week,
up.
maybe. She's going in the morning. I don't know. All right,
If
but
anything, I imagine her to rage at whatever bar we go to. If like
Dan, are we
close
back
game
on?
we lose.
yeah, we
Okay, good.
Yeah, we've never off the
The screen went
Well,
black.
just
and I
'cause
Yeah,
it's
we
just
turned off the lights.
The screen went black. Screen went black, and I got scared.
Okay, but
Where's the SVU?
that was my
Definitely
second
heard
one.
the Dookie shoots over here.
All right, Dan, number 3.
All right, number 3. Go back to the glorious Redskins, where we actually beat the Dolphins in the Super Bowl.
Woo!
With my epic moment is John Riggins running 43 yards on 4th and 1 and helping the Redskins beat the Dolphins 27-17.
He was a boss ass bitch.
I mean, that picture is iconic. That picture of him stiff arming homeboy straight to the ground. What is
The
it?
hand of God.
Yeah, literally.
That's what Wikipedia calls it. The hand of God.
Joe Reagan.
I think of something, when I hear hand of God, I think of something else. Unfortunately, it's
The hand of white God.
I think I'm about to say. I think of
I'm
Mario
getting touchdown.
Maradona.
Fuck out my face.
Yeah, Diego Maradona. Yeah.
It is Diego, not Mario. But oh yeah, what is it? Dolphins McNeil, Don McNeil. You are forever going to be a poster.
You think he ever just sees that picture all the time and just a little part of him dies inside?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, a little. I mean, I don't know if he was on the team that they won, but I mean, the fact that's like somebody that gets dunked on.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Dwight Howard will always be on Kobe Bryant's poster wall for Kobe Bryant putting his nutsack in his face when he played for the Magic.
Rubbed it all up on the forehead. There was a little vinegar gleam on his forehead.
It'll always be that picture will be like there iconically.
Oh yeah. God, moments
I mean, like when Scottie Pippen dunked on Patrick Ewing back in the day. It's going
And then
to be,
stood over him?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That was sick.
Yeah,
established dominance.
yeah.
It's like a good play to remind everyone that the team wasn't just Jordan. Scottie Pippen could
Oh no, that was a solid all-around team.
Yeah.
Not to mention
But
Rodman.
I don't mean to get off.
They did
We're just
nothing
talking
when
about
Jordan was
iconic pictures, just like that Tyree is iconic.
Oh yeah.
Picture is iconic. You know, bunch of them. That Tom Brady tuck rule probably is iconic with him hitting the ground. You know,
It is, Mikey. He'll learn.
But and then
The call never goes against the Patriots.
yeah, and then my fourth one is Desmond Howard with the Packers beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl 35-21. What do you do back there?
We're arguing over anyways.
But yeah, with Desmond Howard running that back with scored with 3 minutes 27 seconds left in the third quarter, helped lead them up. Actually, yeah, the Packers were up 27-21 anyway, but just more. That was the last touchdown scored in the whole game. But you know, how do you ever top the Heisman? Did he do the Heisman pose in the end zone after that?
I don't know, but he was the first player not to start a game that was the MVP.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought about going Doug as an honorable mention. Going Doug Williams. Wasn't he technically he became the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl?
Yes.
But that's a really long
I
moment.
thought that was like a period. He was the first black.
I mean, I took a whole half. I think you could have
Yeah.
taken, a whole Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's really going to rag on you in the comments of this and be like, Dan.
I mean, I thought about it, but I was like, that's really long, and it's like
mean,
a lot of stats to try to pull
I
up
would
in
say
that
the
one.
moment would be because he got hurt.
Yeah.
When he came back after those 2 plays he missed, to hey guys, I'm here. We're gonna fight. We're gonna win. Doug Williams is gonna win this Super Bowl. Don't worry, Dougie's back.
But speaking of the Super Bowl, because I don't have anything else on. But we're talking about that is coming up this weekend.
That's a big game.
Yeah, and we all seem to be different. It seems like Matt, you're apparently pulling. You have ties to the Eagles,
They don't
unfortunately.
make mistakes.
I mean, it's not even necessarily just because Fallon's an Eagles fan, but I mean, watching their season, they had a hell of a team this season. They balled every single game. And not to mention that.
Except those 2 they lost.
Yeah, but still, all season they were playing great. And not to mention to have their star quarterback who pulled this team all season go down. And don't get me wrong, that first playoff game, Nick Foles, was very questionable. To last game where I thought he had shades of Carson in him, where he was at least getting out of the pocket and making some good throws. I kind of want to see him win. And not to mention, I'm tired of seeing the Patriots win.
I think you could argue that, especially after the NFC Championship game, that of the 4 teams that were in the championship games, that the Eagles are the most well-rounded on both sides of football. That's what I think.
True, but I would say what is it? The Patriots are the best team, and Mikey will say probably why. He'll argue this one. They're the best team at making adjustments at halftime. At halftime, they make the most adjustments. They make the most adjustments at halftime and manage to win the game.
And that's what I think is great for a Super Bowl. With if on I know it's it's tough for some people to expect, but if we're going to try and make the most out of this Super Bowl, I think that's a good reason why the Patriots are there. Is so say for example they're losing, right? It doesn't even matter if they're losing going into the fourth quarter unless it's I don't know. It's got to be deep into the fourth quarter, something crazy. If the Patriots are losing, I'm not worried until the game is over. It's straight up 0-0. I'm not worried at all. I feel like they're, regardless of what their situation is, you have to be up 14 points and have the ball with a minute left for me to be okay, wow, they're not pulling out of this. Otherwise, I think, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens if the Patriots are down, if it's something close to the Jaguar game or the Falcons Super Bowl last year, because let's face it, they don't blow out teams in Super Bowls. Yeah. They don't obliterate anybody, but they figure out a way to have more points than the other guy by the end.
They had a super team once and it didn't work at the end.
Yeah.
With Moss.
Yeah. They lost to Rain Man.
I just think they're dangerous at any given point in the game. You can never count them out until it's practically the game is over.
I think that shows obviously it's a big what if. What if all the Falcons had to do last year was kick that field goal right before halftime or whatever right after in the third quarter instead of going for it or whatever, and they would have been up. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't have had a chance, I think, to get it. They would have had to been behind by so much it wouldn't have mattered. But the fact that it didn't go for it.
They were already embarrassing New England. Yeah. Were they just getting greedy?
I think so. So.
They went for the dagger, and Kyle Shanahan took the money and stopped running the ball.
No, but
it was inexplicable.
But going into this season, if you would have told me that the Eagles would have been in this position, I would have said you were full of shit and it wasn't going to happen.
Oh yeah.
But to see the season that they have, and to watch Carson go down, and to watch them still get this far and look this good right now. I think they're still the underdogs, and everyone still expects the Patriots to win. And I know a lot of people aren't pulling for the Eagles to win, but I really want to actually kind of see them do it.
That team is a Ferrari, and they just anybody with a mild capability to play football at quarterback could run that. That is the number one offensive line in football. That is one of the best defenses in football. They're going to keep the score low. They have 6 different people with at least 8 sacks.
Yeah,
that's a secondary that benefits from that pressure, and their young corners have been off the charts this year, and they got receivers this year. Nelson Aguilar finally decided, hey, I kind of look like a first round pick.
Oh yeah,
Alshon Jeffrey is a big number 1 receiver to have. Zach Ertz,
great tight end
this year, and fucking no more Jordan Matthews. So that's addition by subtraction. Because that man was awful.
I think because of the injury issues with Jordan Reed and Gronk, could you call Zach Ertz the second? I think Travis Kelce's a little bit better than him. But would you call Zach Ertz the second best all around if you factor in injury tight end?
Would you say he's better than Greg Olsen?
Huh?
Would you say he's better than Greg Olsen?
Greg Olsen really played this year. So
and I'm saying
based on this year, and
this year, yes, but I'm talking about over the last 5 years, and then
Greg Olsen has been consistent, if anything, and I think that's what you value the most, especially if I'm talking about injury issues. Consistency is huge, even though Greg Olsen didn't get hurt this year.
Oh yeah, he broke his foot. Yeah,
right. But he's not injury prone like
the
other 2 guys.
Very durable.
So Ertz, Olsen, and Kelce, but Zach Ertz has been. I think if it's interesting. Maybe let's open this up for a few more minutes. This discussion. Say, for example, it's almost 100% guarantee that a Super Bowl MVP is either going to be named Foles or Brady. If it wasn't, who do you think is likely to win it?
Larry Triplet.
I don't know. That's kind of difficult because I know the Patriots spread the ball around a lot. I mean, and their running game isn't over the top.
Because either of these teams don't really have, I guess, except for Brady, like a superstar in the NFL. Well, Gronk maybe. I don't know. I guess he's superstar.
I think the
level.
Eagles are everyone's pulling on the rope at one time. There's not like one person who's carrying the team. The whole team is contributing on all cylinders.
The thing that you said, Pat, though, is you said maybe Gronk, but Gronk can't get the ball unless Brady throws it to him.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know if a tight end would ever win it unless for some reason he just, you know what I mean? Because it's
got to catch 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and then he's got to be thrown 3 touchdowns.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think the Dallas tight end has a Super Bowl MVP.
Witten?
No. Like when they play like
Novich? Not Jay Novich?
No. Like way.
Daryl Johnston?
No.
Way back. Way back with like Staubach.
Give him an arrow, Mikey.
This is a single digit Super Bowl number. I'm trying to remember if it was like 5 or something.
Oh God.
Johnny Unitas. Oh God.
Okay. I was like, I
the
just.
Colts won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That was such a bad game that one of the Dallas players won the MVP.
Okay, I was like, I just named like three generations of tight
You
ends.
just named the last 3 that played.
I mean, I know Novacek won one, and I think Johnson won
I'm really
one.
interested to see how this game's going to get played out because, like I said, I mean,
Yeah.
the Patriots are a dangerous team no matter what. Philadelphia's run it, and I think one of the biggest questions is which Nick Foles shows up. Because, I mean, there's times where you see him look like crap, and there's times in the past couple weeks where you see him go lights out. I mean,
the paper matchup says the Eagles are going to win.
I think the Eagles pick off Brady in the first half. I think it doesn't take that long.
Either way, my girlfriend's going to be raging. I mean, from anger or joy. So I mean, just
I don't know.
watch out, German.
I don't know. My thing is, will the Eagles be able to stop the quick? Like even if they have James White, Deion Lewis, Rex Burkhead, whoever line up in the backfield, Gillisley, almost they're all going to be receivers.
Yeah.
Can those linebackers keep up with them? Because those are, I think, going to be your X factor. I think. I mean, he already dunks the ball off to Amendola, and whatnot.
Who doesn't drop anything, by the way.
I don't know, but he also is concussion prone. So I mean, one big hit.
Gets the head boo-boos.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. But I mean, they use their running backs
for everything.
For everything.
Yeah.
And that's the thing and I think that tires most of those linebackers out a lot of the time.
Right.
And that'll be a huge thing, I think, in my mind, what's going to be. Because Patriots defense is not as good as it has been in the past.
Right.
I mean, and then can they do that? And then will Tom be able to dissect it? Or whoever is stealing the calls probably be able to dissect it, most likely.
Mikey's starting to buy in.
But the Eagles know that. The Eagles know that the Patriots, do those. That they'll do those checkdowns because their pressure's so good. They know that.
But I mean, it happens. But it still works though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they find a way for it to. I think it's. I don't even know what to say anymore.
I mean, he makes Deion Lewis.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch this game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
I mean, it can go either way, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
So okay, so we'll do this real quick. Okay.
Okay.
We'll look. All right. So quarterbacks, who are you checking off if you go quarterbacks? If you do
who's going to play better?
Yeah. I mean, we'll do checks. So who's better?
Tom Brady. I just don't see him faltering.
Yeah.
I honestly think you have to go Brady based on his record.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I think it really depends which Nick Foles shows up.
Okay. Then you go.
But I would honestly say Brady.
Okay. Then you go receivers too.
Oh, so I'm not even here to look that. Okay, all right. I was gonna say Hoyer the Destroyer anyway.
What a great mind trip that would be to bring him out for the first play.
Oh my God. Throws a touchdown.
Yeah, and then just for the first play. Just for the first play.
You just see him celebrating? Mine.
And we're all wondering what's going on, and Brady's on the sideline holding the hand with the stitches. Oh my God, it's really something.
The extra finger he had added on.
Taking a selfie with his wife. Just don't worry, guys. I'll be down at halftime.
She's a nice lady.
The other ring.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Kiss the rings, Bill.
So you have Tom. So you have Patriots the edge with the quarterback.
Yeah.
All right. Second box, receivers, receiving core in general. Eagles or Patriots.
Receiving core. This includes the tight ends.
I was going to do separately. I was going to tight end separate.
Well, that's part of the receivers.
Fine.
Damn,
Okay,
man,
fine.
that's close. These teams, you've been saying it all podcast, Matt. These teams are
Yeah.
almost dead.
There's no
I think
clear advantage
Cooks
on
and
either
Amendola
side.
are so reliable, but
Yeah.
this year so have Aguilar and Alshon Jeffrey.
Well, I mean, in fairness, Carson Wentz does half the work for him. I mean, all they got to do is
Tom
get the
Brady
right
does
spot,
all the work
and he's
for
putting
these
on.
guys.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd give it even. I don't know if I could pick one.
Patriots.
Patriots.
I also give the Patriots the edge in the tight end game. I don't give anyone an edge over Gronk except for
Is Gronk playing? Gronk's
He's
playing.
back.
He
back
will
for
not
practice.
be missing.
He's back for
Well,
practice.
I thought we weren't
How
including
long
the tight
will
ends
Gronk
yet.
play for?
Well,
How long? He'll play for the whole game.
If we go tight ends, I gotta say Gronk again based on previous experience.
Name 3
who's,
receivers
wait,
on the
so
Eagles
just
roster.
do you have any confidence in Selleck as a backup if say
Torrey
something were to
Smith,
happen to
Alshon
Ertz?
Jeffrey, and Nelson Aguilar.
I don't
Pat-
think I've seen
Pat,
him.
Mikey, do you have any confidence in Brett Selleck if he's the back? If say something happens to Ertz, do you have any confidence in Brett Selleck?
Yeah, because Brett Selleck was a
I think that's going to be a big problem if Zach Ertz can't play. That changes things.
I mean,
for me.
there's nothing saying he's hurt or anything. I'm just saying hypothetically something.
Brett
Like
Selleck still gets a couple of those routes.
Not so much.
okay.
No.
Right.
Not that he's not serviceable,
Yeah.
but I think that's a big difference.
Yeah.
I think that's going to
Okay.
be a problem.
Okay.
And the Patriots will zero in on that, on Zach Ertz not being
Yeah.
there. I think, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Running backs, because I'd say they're definitely two different styles. So I mean, you
I
definitely
give the edge to the Eagles.
yeah, I would
Yes.
definitely yeah. I actually was going to go
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But I said because the Eagles can catch the ball and they can run it. 'Cause, I mean, Jay Ajayi. Who's the other one?
LeGarrette Blount.
LeGarrette Blount. Yeah, LeGarrette Blount. Jesus, yeah.
Clemson.
I still can't believe that you got Ajayi. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
for nothing too.
I think Ajayi has fallen into his role as an Eagle
Oh,
very
yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be the bell cow next.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Yep.
Okay. And then you go O lines,
Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
And plenty of.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you go D lines, Eagles.
Dude, they're-
Linebackers.
If you're hitting defense, there's not a category
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Patriots winning.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
defense,
you could
Yeah.
take out
Yeah.
any one person you wanted other than Fletcher Cox.
Okay, I was about to say.
because the Eagles have Fletcher Cox, that D line.
Oh yeah.
I give
You
them
could
the
take
Definitely.
edge,
out
yeah.
Fletcher Cox. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
taking
probably
the
could,
across
because
the
aren't they the
board.
number one run defense in
They're
the
the number one
Yeah.
run and
Dude,
like top
Their
three
lines,
backs.
This
their
is-
lines are solid.
This is, I mean, like, and if Carson Wentz was here, it was in the picture. I think this would almost be like the Capitals last year, like where people would say, if this isn't the roster to get it done, what is? Because I mean, they're stacked in every position. They're getting it done. Everybody's playing.
I'd even say kickers almost even.
Yeah.
Well, and if not for defense as a whole, the lines are where
Yeah.
the game is won.
Yeah.
Didn't their
that
kicker
could
set a
very well
record for
prove-
like the longest kick in Eagles history or something like that? In,
I mean,
like,
Eagles
first
history,
Eagles
yeah.
history, yeah, the rookie that
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
in. Oh,
Was it
that
like a
was one of the
58
best
yards or
moments of, and I
Oh, yeah.
can't stand this team with a burning passion because they're in my division, but
Yeah.
that was one of the best moments of the season for any team when he nailed that kick.
But see-
that was huge.
But see, I'll be honest with you, that's how I felt in the beginning of the season. I mean, obviously there is a little bit of, because it's my girlfriend's team,
You're right.
I've paid more attention to him than I
I
have
don't
in years
see
past.
no burgundy and gold. All I see is green.
No, but I mean, like, from watching this
It was
team
subtle,
all
didn't he? He
season,
snuck it
I
in.
mean, I kind of, like, am sitting there, like, kind of watching this underdog vibe where nobody really expected them to have this season. And here they are, and I honestly think if it was against a different team besides the Patriots, I would
Yeah.
probably root for the other team because I don't want the Eagles to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But it's because I want to actually see the Patriots lose, and I mean the Eagles deserve it right now. They're playing hot. They're going into this on a streak. I mean,
Right.
But
Well, it's exciting when you have some sort of connection, even if you're saying it's not your team, it's your girlfriend's team. You still have some sort of connection to this team, and all of a sudden they're balling out.
Oh, yeah.
They have a not even fringe MVP. Carson Wentz was
oh yeah,
probably, if he finishes the season, could have really made a case for,
Player of the Year.
Yeah.
well, if not MVP, maybe they would have given Offensive
Absolutely.
Player of the Year. I don't know.
Absolutely.
all right, so okay, well here's one thing. Do you put any stock in the fact that most of their teams, granted they had an easy schedule? I think I've talked to you about this before, Mikey. That most of their wins were all against teams with losing records.
No, because they won in the playoffs. They
Yeah.
steamrolled
Yeah.
the Vikings.
Yeah, they won in the
Oh, yeah.
playoffs with a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
So,
True.
yes, they
got
did
started?
have an easier
Route to
route
get
than
there.
the Patriots did.
They deserve to.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they, you know what? And
A
just
backup Pro Bowl
it's
quarterback.
all
Oh yeah.
it's all just, I think, I don't place too much stock in it's exactly, the short answer is exactly like Mikey said. They won in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they won against legit teams. I mean, the Vikings had how much momentum going into that game after Stephon Diggs' catch? And the Eagles dookied on them. It was a joke of a game. After that pick six,
That
I was like,
wasn't
oh
even a
God, the
game.
Vikings, Jesus, what is going on?
destroyed
yeah, that's
And not to mention,
Wait,
don't
wait.
forget they're going
Did
back
you say
into
we?
What?
Did you just say we?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard you say we destroyed them.
No,
I was like,
said they.
okay, I was gonna say I will burn you at the stake.
Which, by the way, I still love that they literally are going into Minnesota for the Super Bowl after they just kicked the shit out of Minnesota.
so if they win, they better win and get out of Minnesota.
I saw a meme the other day. It was like them repainting the stadium, like in the Eagles.
Oh,
colors.
yeah.
It's like Vikings fans going to the Super Bowl is like coming home to your wife banging another guy,
yeah.
cheating on you, and you have to watch him bang for 4 hours.
All right.
That's
So
awesome.
before we get done talking this, and then because that's pretty much what we've done. This is the Super Bowl this one. So final score. What do you think the final score is going to be?
I'm not good at predicting these, but I would say, I mean, I can't give you a good number, but I would say it's probably going to end up being a close game, but I think the Eagles are going to pull it out.
Okay, I want a number. That's what I asked you for.
34-27.
A low-scoring game equals 34.
Yeah,
I didn't say it was a low-scoring game. I said it was going to be a close game.
Okay, I was like, Jesus.
34-27.
Pat,
21-20 Patriots.
Mikey,
120.
I'm going to cut your tires on the way out.
Yeah, man.
White America's gonna win this one. Let's go 28-24, New England.
28-24 New England.
Is it just me, or is that the Patriots-Seahawks score?
I don't know.
28-24 is
We
pretty
need that's
close.
you think.
I'm going 27-24 Patriots. And I think it's gonna go Eagles lead first 2 quarters, and
They're
then
gonna
Patriots take it. Yeah, and Patriots take it the last 2.
27 minus 24.
I was right. 28-24 Patriots over Seahawks. Yeah.
Are you about to do another like Atlanta Falcons comparison? No.
Yeah, man.
But no, I think that's it from
I
it.
thought you had a point to make.
I know. I thought you were about to come at us with something
Drop
else.
his knowledge or something, and then
I bless you all.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
But no, it's been good to have all you guys back. Finally have a full panel again. I don't have to keep looking at Mikey's ugly mug the whole time.
I'm beautiful, and you know it.
That's why I put you in the back so nobody can see your face back there. Look,
That's
see?
racist.
But you guys anybody? I don't say. She have a show at all or anything? Her
Found has a show coming
album.
up February 23. It's their EP release
It's pronounced
show
ep.
at Metro Gallery on February 23rd in Baltimore.
All right.
Cool.
Watch, I probably just got all that information wrong except for Metro Gallery.
But
Location and time.
Locus Sound, come check them out.
yeah.
Roll.